Hi, welcome to GodMomentsOutdoors.com. My name is Mike Fackler, your host, with this week's God Moment. This week, I want to talk about dads. The reason I want to talk about dads is that I'm actually getting to hang out with my dad tonight, which is a big treat. I live in Oklahoma, he lives in Michigan with my mom, and so I get to hang out with my dad. Dad, I love you, and thanks for being brave enough to do this with us this week.
Well, Mike, I love you, and it's awesome to have you here at home and to have a few minutes with you just to talk back and forth about our experiences.
Hey, well, tell me about your dad.
My dad made Thursdays pretty special. I guess if I remember any one day of the week, it was Thursdays. We did a number of different things, but probably the key thing that stuck in my mind is going to Detroit Tiger baseball games. And we spent all Thursday afternoon at the games. Following the games, we went near the dugouts. We got autographs of the players. We went out to eat, got burgers and fries. Spent just a great time together. I think those are some of my best memories with my dad.
And that's where you got it, because those are some of my favorite memories with you, is when you would take me to the Detroit Tiger baseball games. We'd go hang out with some of your buddies. You'd take us down for autographs. And then some of my other ones are Saturdays. You would always take us out for donuts.
I remember those donuts. In fact, I think I was 70 pounds heavier when we did those donuts, but they sure were good.
And now you're half the man you were.
And it was time well invested, because that's just time where you can bond, where we can share together, and it's creating memories. And I think that's one of the big tasks that Dad has, creating memories, building that relationship between father and son. What's better? Spending time together.
Yeah, and I'm not just saying this because we're doing a weekly God moment, but Dad, you weren't just a good dad. You are a good dad, and it's fun being able to hang out with you.
So. I have to tell you that I think I'm probably like every other dad, and I feel that I've fallen way short of what I should have been. But I have to say, with God in our lives and at the center of our family, what we needed, Christ supplied. What we lacked, Christ supplied. But with Christ as the foundation of our family, I give him all the praise and glory for yourself, our other son, our daughter, and my dear wife, Tish.
Love you, Dad.
Love you, Mike.
Hey, it's fun to be able to kick this around with my dad. And I don't know if you know this or not, but in America alone, there are over 25 million young men ages 18 and under who are growing up in a fatherless home. In Isaiah 1:17, talks to God's children, talks to his followers, and it says, defend the cause of the fatherless. Out in Wyoming, there's a group of guys who are rallying around this verse. They're called Fathers in the Field. You can find out more about them. John and Scott developed this program to meet the needs of young men growing up in homes with no dads. It's called Fathers in the Field. This is one of their hats right here that you can recognize them by their logo. But basically what these guys are doing is they're using their love of Jesus combined with their passion for the outdoors, and they're taking these young men hunting, and then they're sharing Christ with them. So this week, I would ask you, is there anything that God would speak to you about defending the cause of the fatherless? Maybe it's offering up your property. Maybe it's investing in these young men. So many times we're like, oh man, I need to go do a mission trip, or how can I live out my faith? This is a simple way, whether it's supplying some hunting gear, taking a kid out on a hunt. There's different ways. I'd encourage you to check out fathersinthefield.com. And more than that, I'd encourage you to ask yourself, how can I defend the cause of the fatherless? My name is Mike Fackler. On behalf of everybody at God Moments Outdoors, thanks for watching. And be sure to log on to Facebook this week, because every post that we deal with is going to be talking about ways or scripture that talks about defending the cause of the fatherless. Have a great week. We'll see you next time.